Alright there, gang. What's up? Alright, now listen, tonight it's going to be a great night for boxing once again, man. We got two big matches on. One on HBO and one on Showtime. Of course, I'll be paying attention to the one on Showtime. The Carl Frampton versus Leo Santa Cruz fight. Nothing personal. It's just that, Carl Frampton made a fan out of me from his the first fight. And now the other fight that's on HBO, Francisco Vargas and Miguel Burchelt and all, I can catch that tomorrow. They'll show it tomorrow. So I'll, just stay with the Carl Frampton and Leo Santa Cruz. And my prediction, who will win, I'm going with Frampton. All right. Now, I would like to switch the subject to something else, to a different topic. This is about Golden Boy and who else? Al Haymond. All right. First of all, I would like to say, look, for the Golden Boy part, we all know where, Golden Boy came from. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya, that is. How he started his career. First he was in the Olympic. He was a gold medalist. He went from that to the pros. He won some championships. He was getting his name out there, gaining lots of popularity. People, we all started watching. He became a household name. Okay, we knew who he was. He also moved his career up into other things and started venturing into different other things like singing. I remember he had a CD out and all. Never brought stuff because I seen a video of him singing. I was just flipping through my channels one time. I happened to flip past the Spanish station, seen Oscar De La Hoya singing. Now, I failed Spanish in school, so I didn't understand what the hell he was saying. I just seen him singing. I stopped and said, "What's this?" All right, this is Oscar De La Hoya video. All I heard was "Mito colatico sidiki matico." I speak that Spanish. I speak Spanish how it sounds, and what I just said was nowhere near Spanish. That's just how it sounds to me. However, all right, so yeah, he had his own, CD out. He did other things, I remember, I think he had posed for, he posed for Playgirl once. Now that's another thing I never checked out. I don't mess with Playgirl. Bunk that. I'm a man. I love my women, and Playboy I never messed with anyway. Players magazine, yeah, but Playboy, nah, man, that was back in my young boy days and stuff. I remember as my girl used to find them Players magazines and stuff. Like, what's this? But anyway, to move on. All right, so we seen where, how De La Hoya handled his career in boxing with the Bob Arum and all. How Bob Arum brought him up, made him a lot of money. De La Hoya had a lot of financial gain from boxing. And I think his net worth was 700 something million and all. So at the end of his career and all, he started his own company, promotional company. In fact, he was still boxing when he done that and all. So he had, I believe his first fight for his promotional company, it was with Marco Antonio Barrera and Manny Pacquiao. And man, Manny Pacquiao steamrolled over Marco Antonio Barrera. My goodness, felt sorry for the guy. And I felt sorry for De La Hoya. He was sitting down there in the crowd like, man, what are you doing to my company? That was his, his first card under his company. So, and, I'm just saying that we all knows how it got started. De La Hoya started it from his, financial gain that he made in boxing, the wealth he made and stuff. And out of as the years went on, he started signing, more fighters and whatnot. And the reason why he started signing mostly Latino fighters and stuff, because I remembers back in the late 90s, early 2000s, HBO had this little documentary on boxing. They were saying how Latinos like rule the sport. The Latino fans are the dominant, and they love watching other Latino fighters. So he I guess took up on that and stuff. But that right there, to me, was a bunch of BS, because if that was the case now, fighters like Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez, they'll still be selling millions upon millions of pay-per-view buys. You see, what HBO was doing, they was like trying to get the Latino dollar, you know what I mean? Because they, was realizing how the population and everything is growing. But what they didn't know, that not everybody spend their money the same way Americans spend ours, okay? People spend their money differently, so... And as that went on, okay, so that was one of the main reasons I believe he would start getting a whole bunch of Latino fighters. And plus, HBO had started this Latino boxing channel and stuff. Okay, so let us move on, all right? Now, in the mix of things, De La Hoya continued to run his company in the only direction he knew how to, and that was with pay-per-view and HBO, because that's how, he started his career. And fighters before him, like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, whatever, etc., So that was the only way he knew how, okay, was to keep it on cable, pay-per-view and all. Out of nowhere, okay, you have this new promoter come through, all right? His name is Al Haymond, okay? A guy who never produce or promote boxing. I heard Al Haymond used to be some type of music producer and all, but now he crossed over into boxing. He got over $400 million with him to help him start his stuff up. And guys like De La Hoya, he was like, who the hell is this guy? And he was shocked, I guess, like everyone else, how he was running the business. See, Al Haymond took it in a different direction, okay? He just did not, make the fans suffer by having us continue to pay for fight after fight. And, things was getting bad as well. A lot of people started losing cable TV and stuff. So, hey, a lot of people wasn't watching boxing like they used to. Stuff was too expensive. Rather it's on pay-per-view or cable, because cable, man, they prices, was skyrocketing up as well. So, they lost a lot of fans as well. I'm talking about cable. So anyway, Al Haymond took it in a different direction by putting it on free TV, putting it on basic cable. The fans, we loved it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, definitely me. I mean, we have a big fight coming up here in March, okay? It's going to be on CBS, okay? So you ain't going to see nobody on Facebook or any social media, YouTube, asking for links to see this fight. All right? No, it's right there on free TV, okay? So the direction he took changed boxing. Okay, for the better, not for the worse. And the thing is that, Golden Boy and Al Haymond was, pretty upset, because it's like, man, we're losing money because this guy here is taking boxing and putting it back on, free television and whatnot. Who's going to pay? To see our fight cards and this, that, and the third. What? Hey, Al Haymond was looking out for the public. So, in fact, let me put it in a different perspective, okay? And since this was all about race, with the emails and all, I'm going to keep it on that platform, but in a different way. All right, now, let's just say, right, you got Honda, you got Toyota, you got GM Motors. All right, now, Nissan. All right, now, check it. Let's say out of nowhere, some black man, okay, comes out with his own car company, all right? And, all right, check this. The cars he built, all right, have the same performance, all right, as the most expensive exotic car. Like, say it has the same performance as a Cadillac, okay? But, however, the car is being sold brand new for only $8,000. And it has the same performance as a Cadillac. Okay, so, of course, GM Motors, it's going to be like, oh, hell no. You know, it's going to be some bitching. It's going to be a lot of controversy going around. And same thing with Toyota and Honda. Like, this dude, he's building cars with the exact same performance as ours, and he's selling it for less. You know? So now, all right, you got like cars like BMW and Mercedes. Now, let's just say he's not messing with them, you know, in their market now. Okay, now he's building cars with the same performance as BMW, Mercedes. However, it's not being sold. His car's not being sold at $50,000 and $60,000, $70,000. His cars are being sold for like $10,000, brand new. A car with the exact same performance. Now, the consumers are going to be like, well, wow, you know, this car here performs the exact same way as a BMW or Mercedes. Man, I could save money just by buying this car here. You know, instead of spending all this money on a BMW or Mercedes that does this exact same thing this car here does. So, as time moves on, let's say he does actually builds a car that's going to cost like $40,000 or $60,000. All right, because however, you do have people who like expensive things. Okay. So now his car is being compared to the other high-class cars, Mercedes and BMW, okay? Now, his car may cost $50,000, $60,000, but however, it has some add-ons and it does things that the BMW and the Mercedes doesn't do. Like, it might have reversible windows. What I mean by that, like, the car has some type of switch where you could take the windows, go from clear to dark, or change them to any color you want. Or let's say it says that the car has a brain, or some type of brain to it. Like, let's say you walk outside of the grocery store and it's pouring down rain, and you know your car is parked way on the other side. So hey, you got this switch where you could just call your car and it'll start up, come right to you. You know, yeah, it's fantasy, but let's just say if something like that was to happen. The car comes up, park right where you at, open the door and trunk all by itself, throw your groceries in there, get inside the car, no problem. All right, BMW, Mercedes, they don't do that. Now, that car there is the exact same price as the most expensive Mercedes and BMW, okay? And it has extra add-ons and it performs better, but it's being sold at the exact same price. Now, consumers now are going to be like, okay, well, look, we can buy this BMW for like $40,000. This $40,000 BMW, brand new. Or we can just go buy this guy's car that's $40,000 brand new. However, it does things that this car don't do. I mean, it starts up by itself. You know, it got remote control. It'll find where you at. You could change the window colors, you know, from clear to tint. This is awesome. You know, yeah, that's what they'll say. This is awesome. Heck, he might engineer some new stuff in there, like this car can change its own oil. You're like, well, man, all that, and this BMW, nah, that we about to buy doesn't do that. So, what do you think was going to happen? Well, the consumer is going to buy his car and not buy Mercedes-Benz or BMW. Exact same thing will go on with Cadillac, Toyota, and Honda. You know, like, man, they're losing lots of money. Just heard a huge gunshot. My goodness. All right, anyway, their companies are starting to lose a whole lot of money now because this brother stepped in and changed the game on how to build cars. Okay? And for that car that's also like $40,000, $60,000, it's built like a Rolex. Yes, built like a Rolex. The bad boy could, like, say if, like, you live in the area where it floods at, okay? And all of a sudden, your brand new car gets, you know, trapped in that flood. I mean, water is all the way up past the roof. All right. And let's say that were to stay there for like, let's say like 5, 6 days before it started, simmering down. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that BMW and Mercedes is going to be total. It's going to be no good. Okay. Now, his car will be good. As soon as the water simmers down, you can go right up to your car, open it. The interior, everything is nice, dry, clean, fresh, brand new, just as it was when you brought it. You hop inside, you start it up, and the car starts up, no problem. I mean, although that bad boy's set underwater for 6 days and stuff, it still starts up. It's still dry inside. Okay, more people, okay, them BMW and Mercedes drivers who spend $40,000 to $60,000 on this car won't buy the BMW and Mercedes. They'll go to his car. Okay, my man is changing the game. So yeah, they're going to lose money. All right. And then he started doing the same with his lower cars, the cars that he was selling for like $8,000, the ones that had the same performance as Cadillac and Camry. He started doing the same thing with them. And, it's basically, yeah, all them other cars going to lose, car company will lose money because the consumers is getting a whole lot more for a whole lot less, basically for nothing. All right. You're getting a whole lot more basically for nothing. And that's the same thing with Al Haymond. All right. We're getting a whole lot more, boxing and all basically for nothing. I mean, this fight that's coming up in March, it's a big fight. Now, if this fight was back in 2005, or 2007, best believe this fight will be on pay-per-view. Okay? People would have had to pay for it. Or if, Golden Boy had to fight, yeah, it'll be on pay-per-view. Now, and you'll see people up here asking for links. Anybody have any links to this fight? How can I see it? Nah. You're getting good quality, okay? Good. Something good for free. Right? Just like with the cars. I mean, the cars are not free. They cost money, but you're getting the bang for your buck. Plus more. All right? You're getting a whole lot more for the dollar. So, that's my thoughts on that. And Al Haymond's in them court case. See, the thing is, if those other car companies want to succeed and to continue on, all right, because this black dude came from nowhere and started building cars differently, they have two options now. I'm talking about, Honda, Toyota, BMW, General Motors, Mercedes. They got two choices. Either one, they can all just sign for bankruptcy like Pontiac, or two, they can go ahead on and follow the new trend that was set and start building cars the same way he did. Mostly like what Golden Boy has done. Okay? They followed suit, all right, and started following the new trend Al Haymond has put out by signing up with ESPN Boxing. And I'm pretty sure in the future they might end up putting some of their fights on free TV as well. It would not shock me. If they want to survive, they're going to have to set the new trend. They're going to have to, go in the new trend that Al Haymond set here in the United States. Because I know, like, whenever I used to stream fights, like, that was on pay-per-view, it'll be like over in England. They were free. All right? The same fights they were showing over here on pay-per-view was free over in England. And how I know that? Because they used to have commercials in the middle of their bouts, in the middle of the rings and everything. Like at the end of the round, commercial pop on, they'll come right back. But hey, it was free. Get what you paid for, So my name is Ronell Higgins. Y'all let me know what you think. If you liked it, like it. If you don't, oh well. Show yourself, dislike, and subscribe.